Hi everyone, I'm back in India. I came back last week and guess what happened with me on day one of arriving back to India? I came back to India after spending almost more than half a year in Europe in different countries. And now after coming back here, I am realizing a lot of things and there are so many culture shocks that I want to share with you and have your views on. Firstly, I am so thankful that I finally have access to a bigger bathroom. I don't know why the European bathrooms are so small. They usually bathe in the bathtubs and the hand shower are typically only to be used in the bathtub area. I even stayed at an Airbnb. This is very funny. I even stayed at an Airbnb where the bathroom was just a small sort of a section which was built inside a kitchen. Yes, I lived there. And after experiencing all of these different European styles of bathroom, I just realized our Indian bathrooms are the best. They are spacious and they are built in such a way that most of the area can be utilized for bathing, and the drainage system is built well enough to accommodate all of the water from the entire bathroom area. The next one is the one that most of the Indians are aware of, is that luxury lifestyle is so much more affordable in India. It's so much easier to have convenience at your fingertips and also look for services for very, very cheap. Things like getting your house cleaned, your utensils done, or even have home cooked meal services, they are so much more easier to get and so much cheap too. And this is the best part about India, about living in India, that I really missed when I was in Europe. It has been just 1 week since I came back and I think I have tried more than 30 to 40 dishes already, from street food to different cuisines. I already had aloo parantha, bhel puri, chaat and whatnot, and I had been just really craving and waiting to have them once I got back to India. So that's another thing. I think Europe does not have in general as big street food culture as we have in India. So that was another reverse culture shock coming back to India, exploring and realizing there's so much food to try. And even now, even till date, after living in India for so many years, I still come across new dishes that I want to try and I want to go out and have from different vendors in different cities. Till now, I shared all of the positive culture shocks, but coming to a negative one now is it's also painful to see the extreme inequality that exists in the Indian societies and in the country as a whole. There are super rich people, but there are also really poor people that we come across and see. There is huge difference between how men and women are treated, especially when it comes to low-income families and rural areas, and that is almost painful to see coming back again. I had almost not witnessed it when I was in Europe, but coming back to India, it's alive again in front of my eyes and it's hard to ignore. And now coming to the situation that I faced just stepping out of the airport, trying to grab the train back to my home city, was the act of staring that is very common in Indian people. I was stepping out of the Delhi airport and entering the Delhi railway station. I put on my jacket just to make sure that I am appropriately dressed for the place, and despite that there was still a lot of staring that I witnessed. People were just standing, and I think it's kind of just a thing that Indian people do. They would stand in crowds or groups and then they would just stare you as you pass by, literally looking at you until you disappear in front of them. And that is super awkward, very, very awkward after coming back, after spending so many months in Europe where this is not very common. And yes, that's again a reverse culture shock that I faced. Let's end the video with my favorite one, which is the ease of access to different services on your fingertips, which means that there is so much development in the technology and in the services that we get so easily from our phones. Startups like Swiggy, Instamart and Big Basket, Zepto, Blinkit, Zomato, so many of these apps, they give you super convenient options to get food delivered or to get your groceries delivered or even take your important items from point A to point B. For example, once I forgot some documents at home and I was reaching a friend's place where I required them, I was easily able to bring those documents from my home to my friend's place in just say 50-70 rupees easily. And these are the things that I really missed when I was in Europe. I hope you enjoyed my video, and if you want a part 2 of this, make sure that you comment down below. Bye!